In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to design a wedding invitation using Adobe Photoshop. Welcome back to the channel. My name is CJam and here we are already in Photoshop, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is creating a new file, right? I'm just going to go ahead and click this new file button, and the first thing you want to think about when designing a wedding invitation is what size is it going to be when it's printed. Now let's say what we're going to be printing today is going to be 6 inches by 8 inches, right? Let's go ahead and input 6 here and then 8 here in the height, and if you're not seeing inches here and you're seeing something like pixels or centimeters, all you have to do is click this drop down and change your unit of measurement and then click create. Now here we are, here's our template, and the items that we're going to be using in this design today for our wedding invitation are some that we got from Envato Elements. Now Envato Elements is the sponsor of this video, but we'll talk a little bit more about them later on. So let's continue. So first of all, what's cool about this pack is that it came with items, it came with arrangements, and it came with patterns. Now some of the patterns that we got from them are like this one here in this folder that says P1, and all I have to do is just choose a pattern from this list and just drag it on, and you can see I already have an infinite pattern. All I have to do is move it around any way I like, and I can just start my wedding invitation design here. What I can do next is create a rectangle by hitting U on my keyboard. Just drag a rectangle out like so. You can choose any measurement that you want. You can change your measurements up here, your units up here to inches, and let's make one that's 6 inches by 8 inches because that's the size of 6 inches, not pixels. 6 inches by 8 inches, and let's just lock this like so, and then let me hit V for my move tool, move it to the center, then let me hit Control and T and then hold Alt and Shift and just click on the corner right here. Sorry, Alt and click on the corner right there. What I can do next is I can choose to round up the corners if I want. I can hit U for my shape tool and I'll get these controls right here, and I'll just click on it like so. You will see that I got rounded corners, right? But if I didn't want that, all I have to do is just hit Control and Z, Command Z if you're on Mac, and you get what you have before. By undoing that, now I can just go ahead and just change this to white, and now I can really start designing. But what if I want to give this like an outline, a stroke, right? I can choose the black, we can increase it to about 20 pixels, or maybe not that heavy. Let's do 10, and there we are. What I can do now is I can just lock this layer so it doesn't move, and then I can start typing. Like let's say John and Jane is getting married. Let me hit T for my type tool. Let me, that's way too big, sorry. And let's go ahead and write John plus Jane, right? And let's just change this font. What do we have here? Let's use Rising Star. Let's use Amethyst. Let's take off the all caps over here on properties. Let's drag it over to the center. Let me see what other options I have for font. John and Jane is nice. That's nice. Rising Star. Which one do you guys like? I mean, the font choice is totally up to you. Like totally up to you. Let's stick with Buffalo for now, even though I don't really like it. Let's go back to Amethyst. This font is also from Envato Elements. Be sure to check them out for your fonts as well. And what I'm going to be doing is, let's hit T for the type tool. Let's write UR. Let's change this. The complementing font that I want to use is, let's use Argentum. Let's do medium. Let's size this down because it's way too big. All right, let's do, what's that line that they always say? You are cordially invited, right? That's what they always say, right? You are cordially invited to the wedding of, and then let's move that over to the center. Let me turn on some guides by going to view and then guides, new guide layout, and that works. Let's do 100 pixels. I mean, it works, that's fine because I'm only writing in the middle here, right? And then you are cordially I just wanted to see where the center was, and let's just change the weight of this font to light, because I don't want it to be too heavy. Let's go extra thin or thin. Yeah, let's do extra thin. It's so weird that extra light is lighter than extra light versus thin. All right, cool, that works. All right, so there we are. You're cordially invited to the wedding of. Let's move the John and Jane up like so. I think that's probably too light, right? All right, let me duplicate this now. Control and J. Let's move it down. Where is the wedding being held this time? On December 61st, 2024. And then let's do oops, that's way too deep. Let's do auto for the leading. Where's the wedding being held? YouTube Shorts Hotel. And then YouTube Shorts Hotel. Let's do, where is YouTube Shorts Hotel? Let's move this up. What else do we want to have here? We have the name of the couple, you are invited, the date, the venue. What else do we want? All right, so we have the date, we have the venue, YouTube Shorts Hotel. Where is YouTube Shorts Hotel? Let's do 1080p. No, let's do 4K. Oh my gosh, video template way. All right, and then world. And then let's make this a little bit smaller. Should we make it smaller? No, it's fine. Control and Z to undo. And here's what I'm gonna do. Let's just have it at YouTube Shorts Hotel. Let's leave that, and then let me just add like here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write at YouTube Shorts Hotel. I'm gonna let that be normal text, and let me write the address for YouTube Shorts Hotel. Let's do 4K video podcast avenue Google. All right, that's the venue, and then also same distance above and below. And then let me use the same text. Let me use the same text for John and Jane. Control and J to duplicate that. And let me just let this be the date, December, what was it, 61st, 2024. And let's just size that down because it's way too big. 24 is fine. Is it though? All right, let's bring down the at YouTube Shorts Hotel. That's fine. And I can change the colors if I wanted to, but I'm just sticking to the black because the black matches what we got going on here. Or I can just hit the John and Jane and the December, hit color over here in my properties tab, and just pick a color from this template, like the green or so. I think the green works. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think the green works. Let me choose a darker green. Can I get it with a darker? Let me just come here like so. Yeah, that works. What do you guys think? December 61st. No, let me do December 1st. It just looks weird with that much text. And then what else do we want to have here? Formal reception to follow, right? So let's hit the text again of the at YouTube Short Hotel. Control and J to duplicate it, drag it down like so, and then let's just write formal reception to follow, and then Control and J again, and then RSVP at John and John Jane Wedding 2024.com or johnjane2024.com. Right? That works, right? And then what else do I have? A hashtag. What cool hashtag should I have here? let me delete that. Let me use the December 31st font, Control and J to duplicate it, drag it down. Let's do hashtag John Jane. Tell me a cool hashtag. Tell me a cool hashtag. John Jane 2024. I mean, let's keep it simple, right? Let's not get too crazy. Let's just size it down. That's fine, right? I mean, it's fine, right? What do you guys think? And maybe, just maybe, I should change this font, the RSVP, to this. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just move all the information down. Let's group all the text. Just move it down. That's in the center right there. Let me organize the text in the layers here because I want to space them out by their vertical centers or horizontal centers. I'll show you what I'm doing. So you are cordially invited is on top right here. John and Jane second. YouTube Shorts Hotel third. December 1st, because I changed it. Formal reception to follow. RSVP, then John and Jane. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move down the John and Jane below this, right? Let's let's make that smaller. Yeah, let's make that smaller. Let's make that smaller, and then let's move them up like so. But here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to distribute the space between everything from the UR cordially to the John and Jane. That way Photoshop will just like give it equal spaces for me. So I'm just going to select everything here and then come up top to my tool options. Make sure you have your move tool selected and just hit distribute vertically, and it's going to just see that everything is distributed for me vertically equally. Let me hit Control and the semicolon, Command the semicolon to turn off my guides. That's all I'm going to be doing here. This is one design that you can do. Let me just check the pattern right here and just turn it down by hitting like 7 on my keyboard or 3 to just reduce the opacity of this right here. And remember, if I wanted, I could have, let me just unlock the shape and just like give it some rounded edges if I wanted to, but we chose not to, right? And then let's do 50 for the opacity, or should I keep it there? That's fine. What do you guys think? All I'm going to be doing next is just hitting Control and S to save. But before I do that, let's do another style. So let's select all of this that we have here. Wait, let me group the fonts, all the text, sorry. Control and G, text and info. And then let's rename this rectangle background shape, right? And then what I'm going to be doing is grouping all of this. Let me duplicate the text and info because I'm going to be using it again. Let me turn off the duplicate, then group everything else that I just used. And let's call it design 01. Now I can turn it off right here. Go back to the text and info that I have here. And remember earlier I was telling you that in this pack that I got from Envato Elements, I got some items, I got some patterns and some arrangements. Now let's use some of the arrangements and just put around this text that we have here to get something really, really nice. All right, now here's some of the arrangements that we got from Envato Elements. And all I'm going to be doing literally is just picking 2 of them and just dragging them in. That way you can see what possibilities you have here. And the cool thing about these items as well is that you can go back to the folder and drag in the individual items, because you see this right here is made up of a pink flower right here, this other pink flower right here, this green leaf right here, and then this other green leaf, and they're all items that are put together in this arrangement. So if you wanted to customize your own arrangement of items, you can do it yourself with this pack that we got, this floral arrangement pack. And I'll put the link to this pack in the video description that you can download it and design with me as well, right? So let's turn on this arrangement right here. Control and T for my transform options, and then let me just increase the size, and there I have it. That looks pretty good. Let's just keep it right there and see what we can do with this, right? Let's see how that looks. I'm probably going to have to size down the text, but let me just increase the size of this one here. This is so nice, right? Let's hit the text. Let's turn back on the first one. But let's keep the second one. And then let's hit the text, Control and T for my transform options. And then just make it a little bit smaller. But let me actually make the arrangement smaller. Arrangement number 5 here. Or let's make the arrangement bigger so I have more space in the middle there. See that? How cool is that? Let's turn this one off. Increase the size. And what's cool is I don't have to keep it like this. I can just rotate it. See that? How cool is that? And then I can just hit the text and just move the text. How cool is that? I can even arrange the text. I can arrange all the text, you know, to one side if I want. I can go back into the group, arrange them all to one side if that's the look you're going for, right? Like so. But if that's not the look that you're going for, like me, then I can just keep it like arrange. I just hit Control and Z to undo, Command Z if you're on Mac. I can just hit the text like so and just move it up. I can even make it bigger because I have a little bit more space now. And there you have it, right? That's another design. Oops, that's another wedding invitation template that you can use. All you have to do to save this is go to File and then Save, and then go to Save a Copy, and you can save it as a PNG or a JPEG or whatever format your printers require. Now remember earlier when I said that this video is sponsored by Envato Elements. Envato Elements is my #1 source for graphic templates like the one that we used here today, whether you're designing for yourself or for a client, and I use them every single day to get assets for my YouTube thumbnails. And if you're a designer, whether beginner or intermediate or even a pro, and you haven't been using stock content to level up your designs, I highly recommend Envato Elements. It's a win-win situation. And what's cool is Envato Elements wants to give you guys 70% off a month's subscription from their website. All you have to do is click that first link in this video description. And here's what's cool about this design that we have here. This is just a wedding invitation, right? But if you get hired to design like the stationery for the wedding, meaning, you know, like the signing board, the table toppers, you know, the seating arrangements list, if you get hired to do all of that, all you have to do is come into Photoshop here in this same template, resize it, and then save it and rename it, and then you can move the elements around, right? That's all you have to do if you get hired to design something that's a different size. Or if you want, you can just go and create a new template and then copy all the items here and you just move them over into that. So let's say, for example, I want to design, or they hire me to design like the welcome board at the wedding, and they said that they wanted to be, the client said that they wanted to be 17 inches by 11 inches high, right? Let's go ahead and click create, right? What I'm going to do next is just go back into my wedding invitation template here, select everything that I used, which is number 6, and the text and info, hit Control and C, Command C if you're on Mac, hit Control Shift and V, Command Shift on V if you're on Mac. Then I can just size this up to an acceptable size, right? And then let me hit it some more. And then all I'm going to be doing is, let me just move down let me turn off all the text that I don't want. What I want is the John and Jane. Let me hit the design some more, Control and T for my transform options. What I can do is just change like the "you are cordially invited," change it to welcome. Just align it like so, align the John and Jane, select both of them, increase the size, right, size it down, hit the design some more, just go up with the design, or you can just shrink down the design and then rotate as you see fit, however you want. I'm just showing you how you can use your same design and get something even cooler. Let me just delete all the text that I'm not using, right? Then let me move the welcome closer to the John and Jane. Let's move it up like so, and there I have a welcome board. That's all I need. I am literally done. Same design aesthetic, same kind of look for our client. Let me turn this off. Let me center the John and Jane, because the welcome to the wedding of is the star of the show here. Let me turn on back the design, see what I can do with it. without it taking up too much space. Let me size it down, Control and T. Yeah, that's good. And there we have a welcome board. As simple as that. They're going to print this nice and put it up at the entrance to the wedding ceremony or the wedding reception. So with all that we've done here today, have you ever designed a wedding invitation before? Do you aspire to go into the wedding invitation space to become that kind of designer? Let me know in the comments below. And with all that we've done here today, how confident are you to start offering wedding invitation graphic design services? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my Photoshop tutorial that you just watched and you want to see more graphic design tutorials from me, click right up the screen to watch this video right now.